First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster.
Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone.
Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married three-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite ServPro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying. and Ackerman Esfold. Find them at ackermanesfold.com.
It's a rivalry as good as there is in Western Dakota hockey. The Bismarck Demons, the Century Patriots, high school hockey tonight on the PSP Network. Hi again, hockey fans, alongside Lane Sedevy, Todd Domrey's welcoming you to our PSP Network broadcast booth as we get set for the Demons and the Patriots. 2-9 for Bismarck High, 4-5 for the Century Patriots. I guess the first thing for you, Lane, I look at those records and I say, what the heck's going on? Is this the new normal for Capital City hockey? Obviously, we've introduced Legacy into the mix, and they're off to a good start. We'll get to those standings in a second, but we're not accustomed to seeing Bismarck High and Century with sub-500 records.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at, I would say more Bismarck High, the one that stands out. I mean, I think Century's, you know, anytime you're around that 500 mark, I don't think that's, you know, anything to shake a stick at. You have time. When you're 2-9, the hourglass is running out. You're hoping that, to me, the way you look at it, you can kind of throw your record out the window and really focus on trying to play the right brand of hockey coming towards, you know, West Region, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to upset somebody to get in as far as the standings go and that sort of stuff. So, you know, I think Bismarck High is down. I mean, you know, you look at the growth of the city and where Legacy, kind of the footprint has moved from, you know, 20 years ago, and you know, everything's moving north in this town. So, you know, I think this is, I do think this is a trend that we're going to see here for the next couple of years.
I know we're going to get into much of the matchup here, but is this a must-win for Bismarck High? I mean, it's hard to say that when it's at the beginning of January almost, but it's almost getting to that point, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think probably for them as a coaching staff, really, you know, they've struggled to score goals on so many occasions. You know, I would think you start breaking down just quality efforts and you know, to me, when you know. I go back to last year for us, and it's almost like you want baby steps. You want, you know, sure, they want to win tonight. I mean, this game is a game that, you know, even still with my friends back from, you know, we go golfing in the summertime now, it's still something that's brought up. I mean, it means so much. But I think for a staff, you know, they just want to start putting good efforts together. And like I said, trying to build. Obviously, they need to get some, you know, some wins in the win column, but trying to find some consistency, trying to find some scoring. I know they've tried to, you know, possibly move some D up to forward and just kind of trying a bunch of different stuff. But to me, that's what I think they're looking for. I don't think you can run before you can walk. And that's when I look at their record. I mean, it's one of those years where it's tough, but you still have to find the positives.
And no better way to find a positive than a crosstown rivalry game, because you can pretty much throw that other stuff out the window. Historically, these have been very tight, hard-fought type of hockey games.
Yeah, I mean, it's bragging rights. I mean, like I said, I mean, we still go golfing. I mean, it's 20 years after I played in these games, and they still get brought up. I mean, there's absolutely nothing better. I mean, even growing up here as a kid, I mean, I remember coming to the rink, and there was, you know, I mean, as a little guy, you couldn't even move in this building, you know, BHS, CHS. To me, that's for the attraction of wanting to be a hockey player and really growing up here, I mean, that's to me what it was all about. Wanting to play in those games it's just the memories and the crowd and the student sections. It's kind of hard to replicate, these rivalries, and to me, there's nothing better as far as a BHS-CHS game.
So much more to come in our Shields pregame show, as you can shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. When we come back, we'll catch up with the head man for the Bismarck Demons. That's Wes Carr. We'll catch up with him after this break on the PSP Network.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Back in our Shields pregame show, where they offer clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion. Happy to be joined right now by the fourth-year head coach of the Bismarck Demons, Wes Carr, as we get set for the Demons and Patriots tonight. I guess that's probably all you need to say right there, right? Not much motivation needed for the troops tonight in a rivalry crosstown game like this.
Absolutely. It doesn't really matter what the records are between the two schools. Every time, I've been on the bench or come to watch these games, it's always, it's hard work at its best.
And, for you guys, nothing like a rivalry game to kind of kickstart the season, right? You're in a situation where there's a couple losses that have piled up, but there's been a lot of the close things in there. So early in the season, so still a lot of things to work on for the Demons.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we got through that first part of the season, which was a lot of exhibition games or non-conference games with the Eastern teams. Now we're kind of on our home stretch into the West region, where we're going to play in all of our other West region teams, and then sometimes the second. So yeah, now is kind of the time when we kick things off. Kind of a big week for us. We got 3 games this week, and yeah.
I was going to ask you about that because of all the scheduling and the snow and the different cancellations and whatnot. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of games piled up. So how do you manage that? Because the practice time is going to be severely limited. But for the kids, I'm sure they're probably almost sick of practice time by now.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. Right now with practices, we're just trying to clean things up on breakouts and little things like that. It's the conditioning side of it. We're this far in where it's less about that and more kind of cleaning things up. The 3 games is, I've always looked at it, when you have 3 game weeks, it's the best thing for you, for a team for later on, especially when you have your West region tournament and your state tournament. Tries to give that little bit of an atmosphere, so kids have to try to get ready right away. And recuperate their bodies and take care of themselves. So we're going to have to do that this week as well. So,
you know, one thing as I glance through your roster, Coach, is 13 seniors on this team. So I'm sure you're going to lean on that group, and the Demon Pride is going to come out of here from them, that senior and those 12th grade group here in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a lot of these guys it's one of the last times they'll get to play a chance to play Century at home. Some of those guys, it's the first time they've got to play in this game. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of excitement and stuff like that, and it's always a good game. It really is. It doesn't matter what the records are between the two schools. It's always kind of a battle, and yeah, hopefully it stays to that tonight, and you know, on our end, hopefully we get a W.
But yeah, and you know, one thing, there's been times that you've had a hard time putting the puck in the net. So, what do you tell the troops? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of ways to go about that to try to find a way to get some more goals on the board.
Yeah, you know, that's been kind of our Achilles heel this year, scoring goals. You know, the big thing we've been stressing the last couple of weeks is don't jump ship. You know, stay, you know, what we're doing and stay confident, trust the process, and you know, hopefully things will turn out better. And we were kind of on a stretch there, a 3-game where we didn't score a goal and weren't even close. And then, you know, we did well against Legacy, and you know, wish we would have capitalized on some of those other opportunities. But yeah, I mean, it's just keep going and don't just, you know, push everything aside and just be done. I mean, you got to keep trusting the process. So.
If there's a couple things you're going to tell the team tonight for the Demons to be successful in this rivalry game, what would they be?
Well, I think, you know, it's got to stay physical, but it's got to be smart. You know, you can't be taking penalties in this game. It's one of those games where you have to be smart and not be in the penalty kill. The other thing is you know, you got to put shots on net and you got to crash the nets, you know, and I'm sure Troy's going to be preaching the same thing. And you know, the other thing that we always try to tell people is, or tell our D, is get the puck out of the zone, and hopefully that's the case tonight. So,
good stuff, Coach. Thanks for the time, and best of luck tonight and the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
That's Wes Carr with the Bismarck Demons. We'll be back with more of our pregame after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Todd Domrey's, Lane Sedeby, John Haugen running the camera for us tonight. Welcome you back to our PSP Network broadcast booth. We're on our Shields pregame show. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion. All right, Lane, I want to focus in on an area that's important to you. Obviously, the guys in the cage tonight, the net miners of Carson Erickson in the net for the Bismarck Demons, a junior, and another junior for Century, Hoyt Ubel. And you know, both these guys kind of waited in the wings last year with senior net miners for both these teams. So I know you've had a chance to watch both these guys. What have you seen out of these two young goaltenders?
Well, I think it's, you know, when you look at goaltending, I mean, it's, you know, I don't want to say it's similar to, you know, a quarterback sitting there and you know, first-round draft pick waiting and waiting and waiting, but you know, really when I look at goaltending, I mean, it's making the most of your opportunity, and that's, you know, I think, you know, I've seen Carson more, I've worked with him, so, you know, I think he's definitely taken strides. You know, I think if you asked him, he probably wished for the old baseball term, a little run support, as BHS has struggled scoring goals, but you know, I think he's made some really good saves, made some saves to keep his team into it, and he's going to have to again tonight. I haven't seen Ubel a ton. You know, I watched him against Red River a little bit, but you know, it's going to be I would say one of my first real, if you want to, call it a scouting, where you can take notes. This will probably be my first on him. So, but when I look at it, I mean, these are the games you love to play in. I mean, whether it's a breakaway or something like that, to really step up and bring your team that momentum in a game like this. I mean, that's what you're looking for out of your goals. Hopefully you don't have that breakdown, but those are the things that you're called upon in this game.
Got a little view of us here in the press box, and if you can see it, Lane's got quite a shiner today. So you took a puck today off the temple.
Yeah, first time in 13 years of coaching, doing a drill, and it happens so fast. I mean, it's just you see it in games. It hit the crossbar, and I seen it coming, and nothing I could do. I closed my eye, and next thing you know, you're sitting in the ER getting stitched up. So it's crazy how fast it happens. I mean, you sit here, and I've seen fans get hit at games and that sort of stuff, not paying attention. And I'll tell you one thing. I know you mentioned it, but I do really, really love the one thing that's so cool about a BHS, CHS game or high school or college hockey is the bands. Maybe like you said tonight, the headache, maybe not so much. But the atmosphere usually with the bands and stuff like that is really cool.
Lane's a trooper, man. I was like, you got a little ibuprofen in you? Yep. Are you ready to go? Yep. So we'll take a timeout. Our Shields pregame show rolls on. Shields dedicated to bringing you the best retail shopping experience at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Short timeout. We'll come back and catch up with the head man for the Century Patriots in his 18th year. That's Troy Olson, better known as Ole to those who know him. We'll catch up with Ole when we come back after this break on the PSP Network.
Come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Back in our Shields pregame show, they offer clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions from fishing to fashion. Pleased to be joined right now by the head man for the Century Patriots, Troy Olson, as we get set for Demons Patriots night. Don't need to say much more than that, right?
No, it's been a lot of fun throughout the years, and it's a great opportunity for these kids to be involved in a big rivalry game like this, so hopefully it'll be a fun one tonight.
And both teams had some success, but also had some things I'm sure you're looking to improve on as well, and maybe getting a chance to get past these weather things and everything else and just skate against other teams.
Yeah, it's a good point, TD. We're kind of, just getting back into a rhythm after the holidays and those days off, and I think we're averaging like 2.3 games a week for the rest of the year, and so, the kids don't need to practice. They want to be playing right now anyway, so it works for them.
Well, and you get a packed house tonight and an opponent in the Demons that, I guess if you had to say, you probably have a different style than Bismarck High School. So is that something you try to influence upon the kids to say, we want to play our style and make it happen for ourselves?
Yeah, I think in a big game like this, especially in the rivalry, you can get wrapped up in the in intensity and the tempo, and both teams will come out swinging, I'm sure, and hopefully we'll settle down and hopefully get back to what we're good at and do that a little bit.
And it always seems like these games, you could throw the records out the window. I know that's a cliche, but these games are always tight.
Well, cliches are there for a reason, right? Because they're full of truth, and so yeah, absolutely. This you know, it makes it so fun. It makes it a good rivalry.
If there's a couple of things that you had to key on tonight when you're talking to your team as you get ready to hit the ice tonight, what would they be for the Patriots to be successful?
Biggest thing, we need to set the tempo, you know, and hopefully play fast and physical. And other thing we want to do is take care of the puck. You know, Bismarck's pretty opportunistic, and they'll make you pay for turnovers and mistakes, and hopefully we'll make them earn what they get. One last question for you. Last year was a 3-goalie rotation. You had those 3 seniors. What's it been like to kind of just pencil in Hoyt every night in the cage? Yeah, you know, Hoyt's been doing a real nice job for us. I think he kind of had his eye on this year, being behind the seniors last year, but he works hard, you know, and the improvements there. And then our sophomore, Jaden Kleingen's doing a great job, you know, getting a lot of time at the JV level, and like to work him a little bit, you know, into the fray if we could too. Absolutely. Sounds good, Coach. Good luck tonight, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season. All right. Thanks, TD.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Todd Domrey's Lane Setterby back in our Shields pregame show. Boy, the barn is rocking tonight at the VFW Sports Center here in Bismarck as we get set for the Bismarck Demons. 2-9 on the season. Wins against Hazen, Beulah, and Williston for the Demons, and the Century Patriots 4-5 on the campaign in an important early season West Region matchup. Here's the starting lineups. First up for the Century Patriots tonight, they'll start like this. Max Vig is a blue liner, along with Logan Kipe. Ben Leduc is a left winger. Charlie Vig is your center on that first line. And Caden Ronas is the right winger. And Hoyt Ubel is your goaltender tonight for head coach Troy Olson and the Century Patriots. For the Bismarck Demons and Wes Carr, Owen Haas is a blue liner tonight. He was center on that first line for the Demons, and as from the change-ups that we talked about earlier, Ethan Wood is on the blue line as well for the Bismarck Demons. Mason Marachek is the left winger. Charlie Jerome is your center, and Bo Bitts is the right winger, and the goaltender tonight for the Demons is Carson Erickson. Head coach again is Wes Carr. Starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics and Planet Pizza. Just about set for hockey tonight. In just a moment here, we'll have the playing of the national anthem. We're going to keep that right here to honor America and get set for action. And while we have a quick second here, Lane, let's bring up some keys to the game. First off, Bismarck High. Find some O. I mean, okay, we're going to go into the national anthem. We'll get to those keys in just a second here. As first up, it'll be our national anthem. Always good to be able to honor America. Nice job singing the anthem there. Kiana Eberly, a freshman at Bismarck High School, doing the honors tonight. As Lane, let's get to those keys to the game here while we have just a second. Bismarck High finds some offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of been their MO all season long, and now, you know, with the injuries back on the back end, I mean, you're taking one of your best forwards. You know, I think the big thing for them is trying to get the puck out of their own zone, and obviously not having to defend the whole time and trying to create offense that way. And you know, so that's the big challenge for that group. I think if you want to be in this game, you're going to have to score. You know, I would say probably 3-4 goals, and that's been a challenge for them all year long.
And for Century, discipline. They've had some instances this season where they get out of position. Guys trying to maybe do a little bit too much, and that's a key for them, kind of just stay in context tonight.
Yeah, I think just the main thing too is, I mean, they have some good players, and really when you talk about that, and I think it's being unselfish and you know, letting the puck do the work and moving the puck. And to me, that's what makes, you know, good teams effective is, you know, those good players need to make those players on their line or, you know, what you have better and surround them.
And we have dropped the puck, and we are underway here at the VFW Sports Center tonight. Good to have you on the PSP Network. Bismarck High has possession of the puck. Dumped in deep by Charlie Vig. Century in the red uniforms tonight. Those red unis are pretty slick. I like those new unis that
nice.
the Patriots have. Sent in by Max Vig. A little zone time here for Century to start the contest. Sebastian brings it out for Bismarck High. Shovels it out to neutral ice. Vig over to Kipe. Now Brubakken. And Ritter dumps it in once again. Century has TJ Olson on the puck. Tangled up in the corner. Bodies flying early. It's the Century Patriots and the Bismarck Demons, folks, as Ritter trying to win the puck battle on the far boards. Shoveled out front. Just wide. Brubakken, tough angle shot denied by Erickson. Just underway here on your BNC Bank scoreboard. TJ Olson, soft shot in, is gloved down nicely there by Carson Erickson, and our first face-off the night will be to the glove side of the netminder Carson Erickson, the junior. Crowd still filing in here at the VFW. Regal on the draw. Ridgely Astle has a stick on it, and now it's sent down. Jangula bodied up there by the Demons. Kept into the zone by Bismarck High. Scrum on the near wall, and Astle comes out of there with it for Century. Behind his net, Century throws it behind Regal, and now tracking it down is Hamlin for Bismarck High. Reese Nagel jostling there with Kleingen of the Patriots, comes out to the neutral zone. Dumped in by Freeling. Century wants to change. Quick turnaround, Braden Wolf lost the puck. Out in front, nobody home for Century. Bismarck High trying to get organized and exit the zone. That was a key that head coach Wes Carr talked to me about, was they just had a hard time getting the puck organized in their own end and transition into offense. As Century now gets it on the stick of Caden Ronas. Ronas tries to center it there for a teammate that is errant, and Ronas has it right back deep. Surveying behind his net, throws it out front, shot. No, as Erickson denies Ben Leduc on the doorstep. This puck's going to roll right into the lap of Hoyt Jubel, and we'll have a stop in the action. Tonight's game, fans, brought to you in part by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years, the largest laser tag playground in the region. Planet Pizza is out of this world. No score on your BNC Bank scoreboard, just a couple minutes into the contest. Drawing the Century end. Bitts battling with Vig. And now Vig has it. Tries to get it to Brubakken. Century on a rush. Brubakken collects, throws it out front. TJ Olson couldn't get a stick on it. Back out to the line. Sent back in by Carter Heck. Heck down to Ritter. Olson, oh, he got absolutely leveled. It's the Demons and the Patriots, and the bodies are flying already as this one's going to come out to neutral ice, and Century's going to have to tag up. Oh, and they lose the puck. Turnover is trying to take advantage as Sebastian gets a backhand, still loose on the slot. Cleared out of there by Century. Patriots back on the rush with Ritter. Turns. Weak shot in on Erickson. Steered to the corner. Back on net again. Shot there by Jangula from the left wing. Bismarck High pops it out to center. And that's going to float all the way down the ice. And this icing will be brought to you tonight by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. It's always nice as a goalie to get those first couple from long distance. You have no duress in front of you, a lot of chance to see them and pat them down.
Yeah, it gives you a feel. That's a big part. A lot better than getting a breakaway in the game, that's for sure.
Now here comes Bismarck High. Maracek fires it wide. Kept in by Haas, but now here springs out Freeling for Century. Into the zone come the Patriots. Freeling had it on his forehand, couldn't get a shot. Loose in the slot, dumped out to center, and this one is not going to be down. I don't believe it's going to be icing. Oh, they are going to whistle it. And this icing brought to you tonight by Jersey Mike's. Be sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Well, I see they're not going to put the shots up again until the end of the period. Because we definitely have more than 0-0 to start. You and I have talked about that before. I don't know why they don't do that. They were doing it in the JV game. We got our scoreboard from BNC Bank all set up to track the shots as the action goes along. And, of course, we're not going to get any. Would that qualify as a shot? It's a tip from the blue line that goes all the way in on the netminder. Does that count as a shot? I'm sure it does.
Yeah, if there's any chance that it can go in, it's got to be a shot on net.
Okay.
Got to pad the save percentage, right? Always thinking like goalie mind.
Century, as Bismarck High wins that faceoff in the Demons' end. Max Vig has it at center, gets it to his brother Charlie. Lost the puck. Bounced off it there by Reese Nagel in the slot. Doorstep. Couldn't get a stick on it. Grade A chance there for Ronas. Century fires it right back in. Vig out to Vig. Evades one guy. Steps into the circle. Down to Charlie Vig. Deep. Sends it out front. Sluice. Shot, pad, save. Oh, great job there. As that's Carson Erickson sprawling and denying the Patriots. Well, the better chances early on here have gone to the Century Patriots. Demon end, draw bounce, bounces out to center. And we're going to get an offside. Charlie Jerome trying to tiptoe the blue line. Came in a little early. And with 11:51 to play in the first period, no score on your BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC Bank, your life is busy. They make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota, Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Hayden Ritter on a rush for Century. Slams on the brakes. Throws it out. And Century looks to center it to TJ Olson. Dumped in by Carter Heck. And a goal! TJ Olson in the slot. Finds the back of the net. And Century leads 1-0. We'll get the official announcement. I think the assist is going to go to Caden Ronas. TJ Olson with his 6th goal of the season. I was wrong, as I usually am. TJ Olson with his 6th. The assists go to Hayden Ritter and Andrew Brubachen. Scratch one off the tally for Caden Ronas, but Century on top early. Patriot, boy, they run that Vig line out there a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're trying to push early here.
Charlie Vig loses that draw. Lentz battling on the far boards, pops out to center. Vig, Ronas dumps it in deep for the Patriots. Scrum on the far boards. Almost hit the scoreboard as Vig collects it in his own end. Wolf on the chase for Bismarck High. Just past the reach of Ronas. And Century 2-on-1 in the near boards. Bitts tries to get it out. Can't do it. Kept in by Kipe. Drop deep behind the net. Ronas operating. Sends it out to the point. Vig slides in. Back to Ronas. Cross ice. Kipe to the circle. Fires. And a good look at that one for Carson Erickson and a save for Bismarck High. Well, the Patriots have had the better of the action thus far. Olson will take the draw for Bismarck High. Reese Nagel for the Demons. And it's going to be sent all the way down. This icing tonight brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer free consultations and financing options to take your smile to the next level. Visit mynotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. 10-12 to play first period. Century on top, 1-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Nagel had a stick on it. Throws it in, and the Demons will change. Kipe behind his own net. Comes out for Century. Lost the puck. Sent back in by Raider, tried to, hit a Demon, and now it's loose out at center. Oh, there's a move by Brubachen. Got around the defense of Bismarck High, but his shot went wide. Loose on the far wall. Collected by Max Vig. Gets it to Regal. Regal back to Vig. Oh, what a save by Carson Erickson. Point blank chance for Max Vig, denied by the Demon netminder. And Bismarck High just relieves some pressure and ices the puck. Draw on the Demon end, controlled by Ronas. Tried to center it. Stripped away there by Owen Haas. Century has it. Back in the slot. Vig fires. Pad save. Erickson is getting peppered here in the first period. Comes out to center. Dawson Lentz has a stick on it. He comes in, shoots wide. Lentz with a good scoring opportunity there. Thrown back out in front. Ronas collects, bangs it off the boards out to center ice. And now you get a whistle. I didn't see what that was.
I think he called offsides, but I don't know how you can call offsides when the puck never went back in the zone.
Okay, I'm glad you were confused on that one too. Draw from center ice, dumped in by Bismarck High. Gavin Rader throws it in deep. Tangling up, 3-on-2, the Demons. And Century comes out of there with it. Kipe up ahead, TJ Olson. Check that was Ritter. Tried to get it to Brubach, and now Olsen lays some lumber in the boards. Oh, now the bodies are flying. Stick's broken. 1, 2, 3 guys hit the ice. Century has it on the stick, and a shot. Oh, and a blocker save off the shot there from Hayden Ritter. Back out front. Redirected chance as Carter Heck threw it out front. And now you're going to get some penalties coming. Somebody's going to the box for the first time tonight. That was a pretty good tangle up right there. He had 1, 2, 3 guys. I saw a stick get broken.
Interesting that they blow it down off that too. I mean, it's a 2-on-1, and usually it's blown down off of possession. I mean, the puck hit him, but Century player's on his back, and it's a interesting call.
First special teams or special teams opportunity tonight for the Bismarck Demons. And they'll send Haas in to take the draw. He has it back on his stick. Demons looking to get organized. Back out to the point to Lentz. Drop back in, Sebastian chasing. On the far boards, Century has a handle on it. Vig knocked off his skates. Lentz and Vig doing battle, and Vig is going to win that one and send it down the ice. Back in comes Lentz. Dawson on his backhand, tries to slam it in short side. Denied there by Ubel. And look out, fans.
Watch out for flying pucks.
They just made that. They just made that announcement here at the VFW. I saw you were tuned in there, Lane. In case you missed it earlier, Lane took one off the side of the temple today. How many stitches did you end up getting?
6.
6 stitches. That's a doozy.
Yeah.
1:17 left on the Century penalty. Demons with a man advantage. Draw won by the Demons, but it goes right to TJ Olsen, who feathers it out to center. Demons back to collect. Maracek at center ice. Fires it back in. Trelly Jerome on the chase. Century, Vig wraps it right down the ice. Ethan Wood back to set up the power play rush for Bismarck High. They come out to Bitts. Bitts gains the zone. Forehand, fires a shot that's blocked. Back behind the nets. Bismarck High out to Maracek. Sends it over to Wood. Wood, slap shot, redirected in front, just went wide. Schaefer had a stick on it. Maracek, back to Schaefer, cross ice, Wood, wrister, no one in front that time, and an easy save for Hoyt Ubel. 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage. If you're looking on your BNC Bank scoreboard there, well, the shots will get updated at the end of the quarter. You can see the penalties. Century with 20 seconds below.
Quarter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say quarter again? That's not the first. It's not the first time, but it's not going to be the last time.
You got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, thank you. There's some other catchphrases that'll come out eventually. Century gets a good forecheck there from Leduc. And this penalty time is about ready to expire. It's down to 5, down to 4 as Bismarck High has possession, and we are back at even strength. 5:50 to play first period. As Vig and Lentz collide at center ice. Ronas to Kipe, back to Ronas. Now they fire it in, and it's going to be icing as Max Vig couldn't catch up with that one. Stay tuned. Our premier chiropractic intermission report comes up in 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Left to play here, the first period. Draw one. Back on the stick of Ethan Wood. His shot fires wide. Hemmed in on the far boards. Bismarck High pops it out on the stick And they fire a shot from the point. Hamlin's shot just went wide. In the slot, chance for Sebastian, the leading goal scorer for Bismarck High on the season. Couldn't get wood on that one. And Century's Carter Heck gets it over to Regal. And now Freeling retreats and brings it out to Astle. And it's going to be icing on Century. Oh no, they waved it off. No, they didn't. I didn't hear a whistle.
Kind of the first push here for Bismarck High. I know they didn't score off the power play, but at least they've had some zone time. I mean, that's obviously, the first 10 minutes felt like they couldn't get anything set up as far as a forecheck, but they have had a little bit of pressure here. Obviously, if you want to score goals, you got to play down here.
And we dropped the puck, but not quite ready to go. Jason Sauls, one of the officials tonight. I didn't catch who the other guy was. You probably know those guys by heart, Lane.
They don't work our games.
Aiden Schaefer has a shot for the Demons. Again, nobody blocking the vision there of Hoyt Ubel. And Ewell smothers that one with his glove. Bismarck High draw one, shot by Schaefer, redirected by Ubel. Maracek battling. Charlie Vig bodied up. Kipe had a stick on it. Comes to Heck. Out to Ronas. Kept in by the Demons. Back on the head, the stick of Carter Heck. And now to Leduc. Almost a chance here for Bo Bitts. Ridden off the puck there by the Patriots. And now sent in front. Ubel sends it over to the near boards. Ethan Wood has it for the Demons and right back into the Century zone. Bismarck High with a modified change there. They sent a couple guys off. Bismarck High has a chance. Tough angle shot closed off there on the shot by Dawson Lentz by Hoyt Ubel. Now sent out front. Chance for the Demons, but Bitts couldn't get a stick on it. Check, that was not Bitts. It was Reese Nagel who couldn't get a stick on it. Just evaded him and dumped right back in for the Demons. Max Vig collects. Ooh, almost turned it over. Gets it to Brubakken. Brubakken ushered in for Ritter. Ritter centers it out front. Shot by Brubakken. Wide. Behind the net. Centered out front. Nobody home. Here comes Bismarck High. Off the stick of the Demons. Bitts couldn't corral that one. And now back out to the blue line and out to center. And corralled by the Demons. Charlie Jerome tries to get it up ahead to Schaefer. Couldn't do it. Dumped right back in and a bouncing puck. Those are sometimes the hardest ones.
They're awful.
I saw you cringe there, Lane. You almost flinched.
Had one of those go in from about 160 feet one time. The goalie's worst nightmare.
So you're saying you still have scars?
Yeah, nightmares.
Astle bodied off the puck there by Hudson Cowley. Carrying it in is Kipe. The blue liner tries to get it out front to Leduc. And now Century's got to tag up as it's dumped back in. Patriots are offside. Bismarck High pops it out to center. Nagel bumps it into the zone. Retreating was Max Vig. Left it on the near boards. Carter Heck drops it back to Vig. Oh, no, almost a turnover there as they get it up to Ronas. Oh, almost had a headman pass to Charlie Vig, but that's long, and it's going to be icing once again. This icing brought to you tonight by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. You can find them online at northern-plains.com. Haas wins the draw. Shot by Ethan Wood is blocked out wide. Heck gets stood up, loses his stick. Century out to center. Brubakken had it in reverse. Couldn't get it to a teammate. Instead, Bismarck High will retreat. Gabriel Hamlin up the boards to Reese Nagel. Pops it out to center. Now developing 2-on-2. Haas gets it over to Lentz. Pushed off his stick by Max Vig. Vig right in front of his own net. Stick handling, still has possession. Far boards Ritter. Too far for Brubakken, and another one into the stands tonight. Watch out, fans. That one didn't have much velocity on it. I don't know if that one couldn't have left a mark, I don't think. Yeah, see the airbrush on the goalie for the Demons. That little Demon insignia, that's pretty sweet little goalie mask that guy's got going on.
Yeah, it's the best part of goalies' gear is being able to design your paint job or wrap or whatever they do on your lid.
That's the personalization right there.
Yep, nothing better.
Jangula has it for Century. Sebastian doing battle on the far boards. Charlie Vig comes out of there with it. Cross ice, and here comes Ronas. Ronas with some steam, back to Charlie Vig. Oh, and he flies into the net.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be a penalty.
Yep. Vig got tangled up from behind, and somebody's going off for Bismarck High.
Goaltender interference, I think, is what it's going to be. Century.
Well, unless Vig was tied up with somebody, and I think that's going to be the argument that the Century Patriots are trying to make, is that, hey, wait a minute, he didn't necessarily run into the goaltender by himself, but it is indeed, as you said, goaltender interference, and Bismarck High will be on the power play for the second time as Charlie Vig goes off with that interference call. There was certainly some lobbying going on there.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, you just, when you go in, it's one thing if you're pushed from behind. I think if you still got to be responsible for that, trying to get stopped by the crease.
Short-handed chance here for Ritter. Bismarck High with the man advantage. Century killing some time, down to 25 seconds to play in the first period. Bismarck High will have the man advantage. Centered out front. Sebastian couldn't get a stick on it. Tough angle shot, denied. Gavin Rader, point blank, had an opportunity for Bismarck High. Now there's a Demon getting up slow. And we're down to 5, down to 4 seconds left in the period. Vig has a chance out front. Kipe back to Vig. Oh! Just as the first period horn went off, a shorthanded chance for Century is denied, and our first period is in the books from the VFW Sports Center tonight. Good action as the Patriots have a 1-goal lead, and we'll come back with our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. End of 1 from the VFW tonight. West Region Boys Hockey on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century 1, Bismarck High 0.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Now back in our first intermission. If you're familiar with the VFW, this is just north of Arena 2. Construction is ongoing as they're adding a new sheet of ice here at the VFW. Just between the VFW and the YMCA, as you can see that in your drawing there. And I guess Lane, I want to get your opinion on this. As obviously Bismarck Parks and Rec doing a good thing is adding ice in the capital city, and it's always going to be at a premium here as you try to figure out ice time and different things for all the different people that want to get on ice in the capital city.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at you look at peak hours, and that's the whole. Really the whole argument and the issue, right? I mean, that's, you have kids that are in school all day. We practice at, 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning while kids are in school. So, but when you have, your squirts, your mites, your POEs and Bantams, and you're trying to grow your product. I mean, that's the whole deal, that BHB is doing right now, and trying to, have those kids on the ice. Really more than 2 times a week. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, when those kids are that young, those are the crucial times. I look at it the same way as parenting. I mean, those early years are they say the most influential, and I don't think it's any different of being on the ice. And I think that's one thing that they're trying to do here is I mean, you look at how much our city's grown and the numbers have grown in the program, and that leads to really those peak times of being short on the ice time. So I don't know when it's going to be finished, but hopefully it alleviates a little bit of stress on that on those main hours of when and hopefully it brings kids maybe from 2 times to 3 times a week.
Yeah, it's obviously you got to kind of tip the cap to the Parks and Rec. They looked at a lot of different things a few years ago. They had the Park 365 initiative that was going to build a hockey-only facility, and now they're just decided that did not pass, and so now they've moved on to Plan B, and they're building an extra sheet of ice here at the VFW, and I believe if I heard it right, that'll be a 2024 completion. They're going to work on it. Obviously, just barely getting the footings now in 2023, so we can look forward to that in time to come. All right, Century leads 1-0 here in our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Dr. Kurt Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, Dr. Becky Perry-Domrys can be found at premierchiropracticnd.com. Take a time out. We'll come back and dig into some of the numbers from our first period. Century on top. 1-0 WDA hockey here on the PSP Network.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Good to have John Haugen running the camera for us tonight. Todd Domrey's Lane Sedovey back in the PSP Network broadcast booth. First intermission, Century on top, 1-0. Patriots get a goal from TJ Olson, his 6th tally of the season. Here's the numbers. Century outshoots Bismarck High 12-7 in the first period. Bismarck High will be on the power play for the first 1 minute and 23 seconds here as you get some holdover time from a late goalie interference penalty there on Charlie Vigg. So, you know, outside of that power play and then a little bit of power play here at the end of the first period, that was really where Bismarck High kind of got a little momentum in that first period and got a few shots and kind of got their sea legs under them, because for the most part of that first period, Century definitely outskated Bismarck High.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I know they didn't score on that power play, but it just seemed like, I mean, for the first 10 minutes, I mean, Century was, you know, pushing the pace. They came out of their end, you know, pretty flawless and really dictated play. It felt like Bismarck High got their legs underneath them. They started to pressure their D. Their D started to turn pucks over, and conversely, they started to get chances because of it. The one thing that to me is you know, to me, Century dictated that period, but the one thing that kind of stands out to me is how many faceoffs Bismarck High won. And usually when you look at, you know, obviously time in your own end and possession, faceoffs are huge, and it felt like Bismarck High won. You know, to me, that's something I would look at as a coaching staff, and how can we generate off that? I mean, I feel like they had some chances off of draws, not really getting pucks through, but that's a big thing. You know, faceoffs are so important. Goals scored off faceoffs, and really when you break down and all the technology now and the AI and stuff like that, the time of possession off of draws, that's one thing that really sticks out. And I feel like, you know, Bismarck High needs to figure out a way to really, you know, whether it's a zone exit or a chance for I feel like that's a key where they can really key in on if they're guys on the dot can keep winning faceoffs at that percentage.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because you and I talked about that the last game we did over at Starring in Mandan about some of the AI that has come into the hockey conversation these days. And you mentioned it that night in the context of, should you just ice the puck? And the numbers suggest that you should, and especially in the high school game with the changes and everything like that. But the AI on faceoffs, and now how much is that artificial intelligence entering into the conversation for the Bobcats and the NAHL and even in high school?
Well, I mean, I don't know what they use at this, but we get sent. We have a program who literally cuts every game for us by 9 in the morning. We have every shift of every player, every power play, basically the whole game broken down. And within that, you have every challenge that a player won or lost, face-off percentages, who they were good against, who they lost against, your time on ice. The big one that I look at is something called Corsi, and that's your chances for and chances against. So if you take a forward line that you thought was really good that night, usually their Corsi in correlation, they're going to be a positive, or a D pair that was really good, they're a positive. They're out there for more chances for than they are against. So I'm not a huge, put all my marbles into AI stuff, but I do think it's really cool to look at it to see where the correlation is from, on a Friday night, a win versus a Saturday night, maybe a loss, and just see what, when I look at the numbers, I want to see, time of possession, all this sort of stuff, how we were on the dot, and really try and look at it that way versus just saying, okay, we lost because of this and this percentage rate here. I think it's really, it's a neat tool to have, that's for sure. I know, like in the NHL, it's a huge tool, and even going into that, you look at a guy who's struggling. Well, they call it a heat map. Okay, are your shots coming from the outside? So I can pull up a forward, and if all his shots are from the outside, well, you want to score goals, you got to get to the interior of the ice, and your heat map will show you where you're getting your shots from. So, I've seen it done at the NHL level, and we do it at our level. You got to get, somehow you got to find the interior of the ice. You got to, get to those areas if you want to score goals. So I do think there are a lot of positives when you look at the AI and how that's really evolved. And I'm probably not only hockey. I mean, I'm guessing at football and basketball and everything. I think it's something that's really a different piece other than just cutting your film and breaking your film down, because I do think there's something about really re-watching that film and that part for a coach. But the AI is definitely a different side of it.
We're going to continue that conversation because there is some other context to that I want to bring into the equation here. As Century leads 1-0 nearing the end of the first intermission. Second period comes up next. Our thanks to Premier Chiropractic. They're focused on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas to the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Century on top. We come back with the second period after this break on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Back in action, getting set for second period. They drop the puck, and we are underway. Century has Ritter on the puck, taken away there, and brought out to center by Gavin Rader. Lentz on the attack, drops it. Slot shot there for Gavin Rader, steered away by Hoyt Jubel. Good scoring chance early in the second period on the power play for Bismarck High. 50 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Demons. Just underway here, second period. Demons send it in. Sebastian bumps it in. Now he's on the chase. Bottled up there by Max Vig, who sends it right back down for Century. Demons probably time for one last rush. Oh, lose the puck, and it's in the net. My, oh my. I don't know if a Century guy even got a stick on it. It might have been an own goal. If anybody, it was Brubachen, who might have tipped it in, but on the man advantage, Century has a shorty. Those are the ones that just kill you.
Yeah, backbreaker.
One minute into the second period, Century has a 2-goal lead. Demons still with 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Brubachen will get the unassisted goal for Century. Brubachen with his second of the season. Demons cycle one out front, shot by Schaefer, steered away by Jubel. Kipe out to Ronas, Century at full strength, dumped in by Leduc. Patriots on the chase, Schaefer back to collect for the Demons. Centered out front, Brubachen couldn't get a stick on it, just about had a chance for back-to-back. Dumped right back in by Carter Heck, sent out front, Brubachen again. He's hovering in the nets. Now Leduc has it. Century's buzzing. Ronas back to Leduc, slot, no, can't get a stick on it. Still loose, still loose. Nobody able to get any wood on that. Bumped out to the far wall. Vig keeps it in. Vig, high shot, the riser on the wrister just went high. Off the skates of Carter Heck, and he'll collect back to Regal. Taken away now by Schaefer, dumped from behind. No arms in the air. Bismarck High centers it out front for Haas. He's bodied up and off the puck. Kept in by the Demons. Haas has it again, wrister wide. Good look there for Owen Haas. Bismarck High, Reese Nagel had a stick on it. Demons still lurking. Hamlin at the point. Tip shot. Good chance there as it looked like Lentz was the one who redirected that and almost got it in the far side. Haas leaves it out front. Stick and taken away, and a good stick there by Max Vig. Here comes Ridgely Astle. On his backhand, tried to center it out front, and it's loose. Astle with a point-blank shot. Check that was Regal. Well, one thing Century has done nicely tonight has been they get behind the net in Gretzky's zone, and they have centered a couple passes out there. They haven't gotten wood on all of them, but they have been getting them right into the scoring position.
Yeah, you want to score goals. I mean, you got to get them in that area. I mean, it's key. I think the big thing is you don't want to just throw pucks, but you know, you got to have guys there on there too.
Drive by Kipe is blocked away. Schaefer bodied off the puck at center ice. Miracek battling. Kipe had a stick on it for Century. And now Kleingen on the chase for the Patriots. Center on the far boards. Regal got tangled up, the All-State linebacker. Mason Regal for Century. Tried to center it out front to Freeling. Comes back to Regal. Fanned on a pass. Tried to center it. Now it's taken out of there by Schaefer. Dumped right back in by the Patriots. Hudson Cowley collects for Bismarck High. Vig, good move there. Kept the stick, kept the puck alive. Does the end around, does Max Vig. Still with possession. Vig circling, still looking. Drops it off for Ronas. Back out to the point, Leduc. Back to Ronas. Centered out front. Vig couldn't get a stick on that. Back to Leduc. Leduc fans on it, still has it. Century with some zone time here with 12:41 to play, second period. Quick shot there by Vig, rebounds, and going wide there was Schaefer. Check that, Aiden Johnson going wide. Now a tip shot out front by Ronas, goes wide. Century, well, you got some business going on in the far corner over there. There's a couple of Demons and Patriots tangled up. Shot by Jangula, smothered by Carson Erickson of the Demons. Well, that was good activity there for Century. TJ Olson, Reese Nagel with the draw. Controlled by Olson. Back to the point. Kleingen fires it in. Ritter had a stick on it. Brubachen already got a goal in this period. Does Andrew Brubachen for Century to give him a 2-goal lead. Now wedged off the puck there was the Patriots, and Bismarck High flips it out to center. Wolf on the chase for the Demons. Kleingen fires it near side. Rifled right back in by Ethan Wood of Bismarck. Scrum on the far wall. Bismarck High comes out of there with it. Now you get Wood stepping in and he shoots it wide. Hamlin keeps it in for Bismarck. Popped out to center and immediately back in as Wood sends it in. You get a fresh set of Demons out there. Century off the boards, and Brubachen dumps it in deep. And now a break in the action tonight brought to you by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. In the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. In the Patriot end, draw one by the Demons. Raider, his shot redirected wide. Battling for the puck down deep. Century has it in the hands of Carter Heck. Astle pins it against the boards. Couple Demons, couple Patriots battle. Heck comes out of there with it. And just popped loosely out to center. Back to collect is Haas for Bismarck High. Gives it over to Raider. Now a takeaway for Century. They try to center it, couldn't do it. Blocked away. Back out to the point. Kept in by Heck. Low shot. Originally Astle there on the doorstep trying to redirect. Kept in by Vig. Evades. Good stick there by Haas. Back out to the point. Century. Heck. Low shot goes wide. Leduc pinching in. Tries to center it. Taken away by Bismarck. Wraparound pass. And Bismarck High knocked off the puck was Bo Bitts. Back in for Century. Loose. Ronas fires. And a goal. Caden Ronas with the tally for Century, his 5th of the season. And the Patriots at the 10:04 mark here in the second lead 3-0 over Bismarck High. Patriots in red, Demons in white. Century with a 3-goal lead. Assists to Leduc. That's Ben Leduc, his older brother Joe, graduated last year, and Charlie Vig. Ronas with the tally for Century. Bitts has a stick on it behind the nets. Ridden off it there. Miracek joins the battle. Maracek, I beg your pardon. Wood swings it around the end boards. Pinching in is Hamlin. Sent back on net, and Hoyt Jubel is going to have to cover that up.
Hey folks, if you're missing a
Bitts with the shot there for Bismarck High. And now if you're West Carr, you know, you came into tonight lane with a couple of lineup changes, and you find yourself down 3.
Yeah, I mean, you got 9 minutes here, obviously left in the second, but you need the next one. That's where Bismarck High's at, and if you're Century, you're trying to smell blood here and really get that next one and just keep momentum going.
Jangula doing battle with Bismarck High's Lentz. Still no puck possession. Tangled up in the skates. Sent around as Max Vig has it. Vig will pop it off the boards out to center. Astle had a hand on it. Freeling. Now Rader gives it right back to Century. Regal, oh, he got pile drived into the boards. Big hit there for Hunter Hervela. See if that can liven up the Demon troops. LeDuc knocked off the puck a couple times, still has it. Century back in. LeDuc fires, rebound, Charlie Vig still whacking at it. Just goes wide out front. Max Vig thought about it. Good contest there by Schaefer. Vig will wrap it right back in. That was Max. Now Charlie Vig has it. Centered, shot. LeDuc still loose. Still loose. Tied up, no. Now behind the net. We got a melee in the blue paint. There was about 6 people converging in the cage.
Yeah, it was somehow that puck did not go across that goal line.
And now you're going to get an interference call. And I believe that's going to be Hunter Hervela going off for Bismarck High. Central have their first power play of the night at the 7:37 mark here in the second period. Hervela goes off for 2 minutes. Interference is the call. Century has the PK, or Bismarck High has the PK unit out there. Patriots on the man advantage. TJ Olson, Bismarck High has the draw. Haas will pop it out, and it goes off of Kipe into the Century bench, and that'll be a neutral zone faceoff. Right into the Patriot bench. Century with 1:50 left on the man advantage. Kleingen fires it in. Back out to the point. Kipe tacks the far boards. Back behind the net. Ritter back to Kipe. Now to Kleingen. Sends it over to Brubachen. Back to Kleingen. Low wrister. Wide. Off the end boards. Pops right back out to Kipe. Sent back in deep. Brubachen chases. Kleingen wedging in. And Bismarck High can't escape the zone. Back out to the point to Kipe. Now to Brubachen. Quick shot for Kleingen. Blocked away. High point. Shot riser there for Brubachen. He'll go off to a bench. Center the quick change as TJ Olson brings it back out to Kleingen. Sends it across to Kipe. Back to Charlie Vig. Century with 1 minute left on the power play. Looking for a 4-goal advantage. They try backside. Tipped away by the Demons. Bismarck High has not gotten this thing out of the zone. Century's had it in here the entire power play. Max Vig has it. One-timer, Charlie Vig, and right into the belly of Carson Erickson. Looked like Bismarck had a couple chances that they could whack that thing out of there. Just couldn't get the good stick on it. And Century just increasing the pressure here with 6:14 to play in the second period. Patriots on top, 3 scoreboard. WDA hockey tonight from the VFW. Century in the red on the power play. Ronas, he's already got a goal tonight. Tries to send it out front. LeDuc couldn't collect. Now Bismarck High, can they get it out of here? No, kept in. Kipe has it. Back to the point to Ronas. Ronas, cross site. Quick hitter for Max Vig. Steered away by Erickson. Back to Kipe. On the left point. Sends it in deep. Ronas bodied off the puck there. Century 3-on-1. Comes out of there with it. Charlie Vig. Kipe back to Charlie Vig. Backside looking for his brother Max. Couldn't do it. Now Bismarck High. Oh, almost had a chance to get somebody coming out of the box, but they lost it at center ice. Bismarck High kills off the 2-minute interference call on Hervela. Ridgely Astle gets it up ahead. Johnson with a shot. That goes wide. Century dominating the action here. Now Braden Wolf has a chance for Bismarck High. Into the zone. Tries to center it to Lentz. Wolf still on his stick. Circles around, back to the point. Low wrister, redirected, oh, just wide. Cowley threw it in there from the point, redirected by Lentz out front. Bismarck High just about popped one in there. Right back into the Patriot zone. Carter Heck bodied off the puck. Kleinsch in his deep air. Tied up on the near side wall, is kind of out of sight, out of mind. Out comes Regal for Century. Fired right back in, and it was beyond the center ice line, and it'll be icing call. This icing brought to you tonight by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, and proudly moving folks around the region since 1942. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Icing also brought to you tonight by Hub International Insurance. You can call them today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Century on top 3-0. 4:20 and counting to play, second period. Brubachen, 2-on-2. Brubachen with a step and a goal. What a pass. On the doorstep, Hayden Ritter buries it, and Century leads 4-0. Hayden Ritter with his third goal of the season. Check that, his fourth goal of the season. That's 2 tonight for Ritter. That might be a candidate there for our move of the game.
Nice play.
That was a nice play.
Yep, all around.
3 goals here in the stanza for the Century Patriots. We saw the Brubachen assist. Max Vig also credited with an assist. Century buzzing. Brubachen looking for another. Tried to center it out front to TJ Olson. And now Bismarck High. Bodied off the puck there was Schaefer. Vig has it back. He whiffs on it. Now over to Charlie Vig. Ooh, what a move there at the blue line. Vig carries in. Charlie throws it out front. It's loose. Bismarck High comes out of there with it. Out to neutral ice is Bismarck High's Hudson Cowley. Cowley carries it in. Bismarck High in a change. Century rifles it out to Ronas. Enters the zone. Throws it in deep. Charlie Vig on the attack. Tipped off his stick by Ethan Wood. Vig still has it back. Throws it out front. Nobody home. Still loose out front. Low shot. Fired in there by Caden Ronas. Back out to the point. Jangula keeps it in. And comes over to the near side. Kipe, low shot. Almost redirected there by Ronas. Haas on the far boards has it for Bismarck High. Shovels it, and Bismarck High just going to relieve some pressure, as Ethan Wood said, I'm just going to throw this baby down the ice. We'll get a change, and with 2:34 to play in the second period, Century has that 4-goal lead. Reminder after the game, we mentioned it, we'll have our move of the game. Brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage that can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Draw won by the Patriots, but is taken away by the Demons. Here comes Bo Bitts. Check that, that's Reese Nagel. Tried to get over to Charlie Jerome and fired back in by Bismarck High. Rader pinching in. Nagel battling behind the net. Jerome has it. Pushes it right back in deep. Bits off his stick. Regal corralling. And now you get a couple Demons and Patriots exchanging New Year's pleasantries. There's been some hitting tonight. And here comes Kipe on a rush for Century. He retreats. Rips it right back into the far boards. Ritter sends it out to Vig. Max Vig batted away as he was looking for Ritter on the far side. Sent down the ice, and another icing call brought to you again by Hub International Insurance. Contact your local agents, Josh Cattell, Michael Borman, at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. Well, the ice has been tilted here in the second period.
Yeah, big time. I mean, I think Century's pushing for the next one here. Somehow Bismarck High's got to find a way to get in the game.
1:29 to play, second period. Draw one by Century. Max Vig has it. TJ Olson dumped him deep. Brubachen battling. Taken away. Bismarck High wraps it out to center ice. Flying in after it was Schaefer. Couldn't do nothing with it, and now he's behind the nets. Poked away by Century with 1 minute to play here in the period. Bismarck High. Maracek had a stick on it. Schaefer and now Ritter controls for Century. Evades one at neutral ice, and TJ Olson just about did the splits trying to stay on sides, but he couldn't do it. That's how you can blow a groin right there. I haven't had a chance to ask you about the line brawl earlier that the Bobcats had. I mean, that was early.
Yeah.
In October and November.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
Yeah, that was a doozy. I especially got a kick out of the call.
Yeah, it was. I haven't seen one. I mean, it's been 10 years since I've seen something where the opposing coach really sent something like that. Definitely something you can't do anymore in the game.
Yeah. Century, Kipe banged into the boards along with Braden Wolf, and I think you're going to stop play to see if everybody's got all their appendages left. As Logan Kipe and Braden Wolf got enveloped up with each other and hit the boards hard. And now you're going to hit a zebra convention, and we're going to see if anything is going to come out of this.
I think they're seeing where the draw is going to be.
Oh, just where they okay.
Yeah, I think he blew it down for safety, like you said.
Yeah. 19 seconds to play in the period. Demons will have the last change. Here's the home team tonight. Let's send out Bo Bitts, Charlie Jerome. Draw one by Century, thrown out front by Bismarck High, trying to get a greasy one there with the Demons, couldn't do it. Down to 10 seconds, kept in by Hamlin. Bodied off the puck. Now Century, can they get a late rush here? No, as Bo Bitts wraps it back to center. Now Lentz trying to beat the period horn, and he can't do it. And a big second period is in the books for the Century Patriots tonight. Century tallies 3 in that second period, and they lead 4-0, as we'll come back with our premier chiropractic intermission report. Century on top, 4-0 over Bismarck on your BNC Bank scoreboard, and our intermission report is next on the PSP Network.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Ho-ho! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Ho-ho-ho! Are you kidding me?
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Now back in our second intermission, here's a look at the North Dakota State Capitol grounds here in the capital city of Bismarck. The recognizable state capitol. Of course, the legislative session is ongoing. Lane, you're such a public figure. You might have a history or maybe a future in politics. Are you gonna go run for public office ever?
I don't know if that's my cup of tea. It's funny that you just brought this up because I had to go to the Capitol. I have to do a lot of things actually for the Bobcats, and had to go there Monday. And man, I tell you what, I had no idea. It's been so long since I've been in there. I mean, I had no idea. I'm standing at the elevators, and you got a program where you're going and all this stuff, and you got to beep every door before you go in. I'm like, I had to go to the Attorney General's office, and I'm like they got beepers, and I'm like, do I need a security pass, or how am I going to get in here? I'm standing in this hallway going like, I'm calling my wife, like, what's going on here? It's been a long time since I've been in the Capitol.
Oh, that's good. I see it. That's the beauty of broadcasting right there, Lane. I didn't even tell you that was coming.
Nope.
And
but
you just flow right with it. So
it was a layup.
Yeah, exactly. So you're saying there may not be public, maybe a lobbyist. Maybe that's in your future. I could not do it. I'm not. I don't think I've made out. I'm made out for that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny you say that because you always think of at least I do. What would I do if I didn't coach? And it's probably going to come to a point at some time where you either go to college or something like that, or try and find something else in Bismarck. But I just don't know if I find myself in that building.
We're here in our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Reports at the end of 2, Century on top 4-zip. And Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, Dr. Becky Perry-Domries can be found at premierchiropracticnd.com. And Lane, let's dig into that second period a bit. Dominated by the Century Patriots. You look up now, all of a sudden the shots are 25-9 in favor of the Patriots. So they outshot Bismarck High 13-2 in that second period. So and they, not only that, they popped 3 of them in. So Century here in cruise control, and the Demons, I'm sure, looking to regroup in that locker room.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you can revert back to one thing, and that's it's a big mistake. It's a backbreaker. Bismarck High's on their power play. Bobble puck right in front of their net, and Century gets a tap in, and I think from there on out it was just you see teams not be able to handle that adversity. I think that's what kind of took place. You see other teams really feed off it, and Century did. They got 1, they got 2, and they really didn't stop, and Bismarck High didn't have an answer for it. I think that's one of those things where you have those moments as a coach where you can say, hey, stuff happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You control what you can control. But how do we move on? And to me, that next shift is the biggest one. What happens? Century comes down. They have a minute zone time, and they just kept putting the heat on them. And I think that's something where they did a really good job there, because there are things that happen during a game. You see all sorts of stuff, and that was a big setback for Bismarck High. You know what? You come out of the first 1-0, shots are 12-7. You got a power play opportunity right away at the start of the second period, and then boom. So, I think it's one of those things where, it's a teaching point. I think there's teaching points all throughout the course of the season. But now you're looking to find a way just to get back in this game. And to me, how do you get one? They haven't really been able to establish their forecheck there in the second period. They had some pucks around the net, but they didn't really have bodies around it when they got pucks through. And I think that's a big key, because you said they're late. Bismarck High kind of looking for a gritty one. If you're not scoring goals, that's how you got to score goals. Maybe you don't have a pure goal scorer, but when you get the puck in those areas, you get a rebound. You have a decent stick around there. It's pretty easy to tap in a rebound, and that's the greasy goals going to the hard areas, and to me, that's what you're looking for Bismarck High.
Lane, while we have a moment here, we didn't get a chance to visit about this during the pregame, but we're going to bring this slide back up. Is the WDA standings right now, you've got kind of a logjam at the top. Just 1 point separating Minot, Mandan, Legacy, and Jamestown. Dickinson and Bismarck High kind of in that middle. Century lurking, but it's kind of the oddity of the WDA standings is who can get that 6-pointer against Hazen Beulah, and when does that come, right? Because that's kind of what really can move people within the standings. And just speaking of that, next game for the Century Patriots, assuming they can hang on to a 4-goal lead here, they play Hazen Beulah on Thursday up in Hazen. And so next action for the Demons, a team they've already beaten on Thursday, they'll be at Williston and take on the Coyotes. So those two teams right beside each other in the standings. So not only tonight, but you got some games coming up here that are going to definitely impact the WDA standings.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's, really when you look at it, you kind of have a, not a lot of time either. It's crazy how really condensed this high school season is. And, there's been cancellations due to Mother Nature, and then it's one of those things. I know for like Bismarck High, it's like you don't even have sometimes you don't really feel like you have a week of practice to really work on things. You're playing games so much. So, I think when it's all said and done, at least the teams I've seen, I think Minot, Mandan, Legacy, Century, even Jamestown's given a few people fits, but I think as far as you looked at the coaches poll, I know we went over it the first game we did, and I think it's going to be probably pretty close to that when it all shakes out here.
4-0 Century leads here in the second intermission. We'll come back and break down the numbers. Intermission report brought to you by Premier Chiropractic, where they're focused on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Century on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We'll also have a BNC scoreboard update. Got some other scores from other West Region action filtering in here. So Century on top 4-0. We're back with more after this break on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Are you moving your business business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Second intermission, we're back. Todd Domrey's Lane Sedevy at the VFW in Bismarck. Bismarck Century leads Bismarck High 4-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We mentioned that BNC scoreboard update as Minot has a 4-0 lead at the end of one over Williston. No report. It's a legacy game. They're playing across town here at the Capitol Ice Complex. And those are your scores that we're tracking for you on the BNC Bank scoreboard. And boy, I'm remiss here. We've had, let's see, how many power plays we had? We had 3 power plays tonight, and I haven't said once that it's the Serve Pro power play. Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. They bring you our power play and all of our PSP network broadcasts. Century here in the second period gets goals from Andrew Brubachen, Caden Ronas, and his second of the night, Hayden Ritter. And so the Patriots put one on the Demons here, 4-0. We'll see if Bismarck High can get on track here as we get set for our third period of play. Third period comes up next on the PSP Network. Century leads 4-0 over Bismarck High in this crosstown rivalry matchup from the VFW tonight.
Remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoo?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Two teams have made their way back out on the ice. Century on top. 4-0 here as we get set for our third period of play. One other score to report on our BNC scoreboard update is at the end of one, Legacy and Dickinson. We mentioned at the Capitol Ice Complex. No score at the end of one, Legacy and the Midgets. Vig and Haas are going to get exited stage left, and now they drop the puck, and the third period is underway. Jubel out behind the net. Oh, and almost had a chance for Bismarck High as Haas just about put one in an empty net. And now you're going to get
hand pass.
Hand pass whistled, and we'll have a neutral zone faceoff. Well, Jubel's been pitching a shutout tonight, just got 9 saves, but That was almost a mistake.
You're not supposed to say that word.
I think you told me that once before.
That's a no-no.
That's like saying a pitcher's got a no-hitter in baseball?
Yep.
Man alive.
Just jinxed him. We'll see if it holds true tonight.
There's so many nuances that I forget about Lane. Sent into the Patriots' end. Braden Wolf on the chase for Bismarck High. Hamlin trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Now you got a rush for Ritter. Going for the hat trick tonight. He's got some speed. Turns. Shoots. Went up over top of the net. Ritter almost had his third of the night. 1 minute into the third period. And Bismarck has Wolf banging into the end boards. Corralled now by Jangula. Threw it right by Wolf again, but he was still kind of fuzzy from the hits. He's going to come off, and Kleingen has it right back for Century. Max Vig bottled up on the near side boards. Comes to Ethan Wood. Low shot on the glove side of Ubel. Jockeying on the far boards, and Ritter comes out of there with it. He's got Astle with him. Instead, poke checked away. Bismarck High at center ice. Tries to come to Bitts, and Bitts dumps it into the zone. Kite back for Century to collect. Throws it out to Charlie Vig. Gives it off to Leduc. Leduc turns. Wrister. Rebound. Vig. Rebound Leduc. And arms went in the air, but they say no goal. Century just about had another one. Schneider tries to win the draw for Bismarck High. Ronas pops it into the corner. Banging there with a couple Demons. Ronas has it. Short side shot. Rebound Ronas. Still loose. Now back behind the net. Demons have possession. Off a skate, right back into the corner. Ronas comes up top, and Jangula couldn't settle the puck down. Stead fires it cross ice. And there comes Kipe into the zone. Ritter and Kipe doing battle for Century. Taken away nicely there by the Demons. And squirting it out is Owen Haas. Tries to feed it across to Lentz. Couldn't get a stick on it. Could Dawson Lentz. Wood has it on the near side boards. Traffic in front of the goal.
You done it. You done it. Yep.
Ethan Wood.
2 minutes later.
Bismarck High puts one on the board.
You got to go apologize to him after the game.
I'm not saying a word.
Is there a basketball jinx?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you say somebody's a 92% free throw shooter?
Next thing you know, they're 50%.
They're going to the line and they're going to clank one.
Number 13, Ethan Wood. Assist to number 15, Dawson Lentz. And number 16, Owen Haas. Time goal 2:44.
Ethan Wood officially gets the goal. Assist to Dawson Lentz and Owen Haas. 4-1. Century's lead is trimmed to 3. Now Bismarck High with some zone time. Wrapped in front. Bitts has it. Stick handles. Behind the net. Comes out front. Throws it up top. Mirror check. Schaefer tried to slap one in from the point. Couldn't do it. And Century just going to fire it down the ice as Freeling relieves some pressure as Bismarck High got a goal. Now has some zone time, and the Demons are alive. Ethan Wood gets his second goal of the season for the Demons. Draw one by the Patriots. Leduc got it lost in his skates, couldn't keep it in. Reese Nagel pressuring for the Demons. Century, Leduc throws it in. Charlie Vig bodied up. Ronas joins the action. Charlie Vig comes out of there. Going to throw it back up top to Kipe. Kipe will fire into the pads, loose. Oh, how did Century miss an open net? They couldn't get a stick on it. Vig back down deep, couldn't get it. They're taken away by the Demons. And grabbed there by Kipe in front of the Demon bench. And it'll be center ice face-off. Well, not center ice, neutral zone face-off. Because I don't think Carson Erickson knew where that puck was.
Nope, that's a bad feeling. Usually when you go down, you can feel it under, maybe an arm, under your pad. It's crazy how you can feel the puck as a goaltender, but obviously he had no idea where it was at.
Yeah, just fortunate that Century didn't have somebody camped out on the doorstep. Back in the Demon zone. Bismarck High off the skate of Maricek. Charlie Jerome lost the handle. Ritter fired into the side of the net for Century. Kleingen near boards to TJ Olson. Back deep to Brubachen. Ethan Wood collects for Bismarck, and out of the zone it comes. Kleingen will retreat, fire it to Olson. Cowley had a stick on it for the Demons. Century, Ritter at center ice. Weaves in. Patriots on a 3-on-2. Blocked away. Sent out in front. Regal couldn't get a stick on it. Brubachen back down deep. Behind the net is Regal. Nobody with him as Century's on a change. Bismarck High will come out here with possession as Ethan Wood and Schaefer on the far boards. Schaefer will pop it out to center. Kleingen back for Century. Wraps it back around to Max Vig. Patriots cross ice back to Kleingen. Center to pass to Regal off his stick. Back in the Patriot end. Right in front of the Patriot bench. Puck got into the official there, and I think it ended up in the Century bench. Well, there you get Hoyt Jubel. I'll have to apologize to him. He's probably thinking those doggone PSP broadcasters. Draw one by Bismarck High. Lentz will poke it in. Haas and Wolf with him. Lentz pinches it in. Haas comes out of there with it. Out to the point. Wrapped right back in by Hamlin. Now Century with a developing 2-on-1. Ronas has Charlie Vig with him. Centering pass is blocked away. Ronas still attacking. Astle joins the action. Back out to the point to Kipe. Sends it across. Jangula with a high shot. Push to the back of the net. Ronas looking out front. Stead back, high point. Shot blocked away. Bismarck High's kind of standing around right now. Century throws it in the slot. Now back out to Kipe. Drive. And hung on to there by Carson Erickson, the netminder for Bismarck High. Bismarck High, that zone time right there, Lane, looked to me like they were just following the puck around.
Yeah, puck watching, maybe a little tired.
10:19 to play in the game. 4-1, Century on top on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Reminder, our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show comes up next as Century's TJ Olson dumps it in. Kept in by Vig. Vig to the high slot. Vig still operating. And now it comes out of the zone. Century will have to retreat, come on side, and they'll send it over to Brubachen, who rifles it right back in to the Demon zone. Wood up the boards to Nagel. Nagel bumped off the puck. Brubachen over to Olson. Century back behind the net. Brubachen tried to center it. Oh, and he got belted by Hamlin. Big hit there behind the Demon net. Brubachen looked like he had a run at Hamlin. And maybe that was Hervela instead of Brubachen, or excuse me, instead of Hamlin. Now Bismarck High onto the stick of Bo Bitts. Lost the handle. Century back with Jangula. Flips it up to Gabe Dawson. And Bismarck High almost leaked in Aiden Schaefer. Kleingen has it back for Century. Bounces it over to Aiden Johnson, up the boards. Regal kept in by Bo Bitts. Bitts had his stick lifted up, didn't get much on that wide shot. Century's Dawson almost came out of there with it. Instead, Vig collects, and now Max Vig with a rush. Got some speed up the side, slips through, shoots on the backhand, rebound, score! It was set up by Max Vig, and Mason Regal, I believe, did the honors for Century. Regal's going to get the goal. That's his third of the season. And Century answers the Bismarck High goal here in the third period. At the 8:20 mark, get the official announcement. I believe it's going to be a goal for Regal and an assist for Vig. Mason Regal officially gets the goal. Gabe Dawson and Max Vig get the assists for Century's fifth goal tonight. Wolf behind the Century nets. Charlie Vig gets it up to Ronas. Tries to head man a pass to Leduc. Leduc has it on his stick. Couple Demons there take it away. Haas playing D-man tonight. Was a center guy for Century, and now helmets fly off as Ben Leduc got pelted in front of the Demon bench. I was waiting to see if somebody was going in the box for that, but
no, I think just because the helmet came off.
Just because the helmet came off, safety reasons, yep. We don't need any more black eyes today, Elaine.
No, they don't feel the greatest.
Olsen wins the draw, sends it into Brubachen. Bismarck High jockeying for the puck. Back out to Kleingen. His wrister goes wide. Popped up the boards by the Demons. Pinching in was Reese Nagel. And now back down the ice. And you get an icing call brought to you tonight by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Hub International Insurance. They're located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in northwest Bismarck. Demons get a goal in the third period here from Ethan Wood. Century answers with a tally by Mason Regal. 5-1 Patriots on top. 7:27 and counting to play in the contest. Wood has it back for the Demons and nobody home. Sends it right down the ice. Yeah, one guy I've been missing, I think, tonight is Cole Schneider. Sometimes those Demon unis with the maroon lines on them and the maroon numbers.
Yeah, I think it's, everybody designs jerseys and they forget that, these guys, it's kind of, I don't know, they don't have, nameplates on the back. So when you can't read the numbers, it's
yeah, and you know as well as anybody, the sweaters, the jerseys, they get tangled up, and all of a sudden an 8 looks like a 0 and a 7 looks like a 1 and everything in between. They wave off icing. Wolf bottled up there with Patriot D-man. And Century loses the puck. Haas has it. He gets tripped up, and a whistle's coming, and that's going to be 2 minutes into the box for Century, and Bismarck High is going to be on the power play. Takeaway in the Patriot end. Haas made the play. Century trying to figure out who's going in the box. Oh, it's going to be Aiden Johnson, the sophomore. 2 minutes there for tripping. So the Demons will be on the power play for the third time tonight. 0 for 2 thus far is Bismarck High. Draw one, sent in front of the net, and rifled down by Max Vig. Century on the PK. Bismarck High with the man advantage. Lentz out there with Garen Getz. Trying to send a cross ice pass to Getz, taken away. Now here comes a shorthanded opportunity for Century. Charlie Vig tried to get it to Ben Leduc. Now here comes a rush for the Demons, and losing the handle there was Sebastian. Popped right back down the ice by Vig of Century. Charlie Vig on the forecheck. He has the puck. Turns, burns. Vig sends it all the way back down the ice. Just killing time with the Patriots. Kipe flips it cross ice to Ritter. Back to Vig. And the Patriots ice it down. Shot on goal as Erickson steers that away. 1 minute left in the Demon man advantage. Bitts has a head of steam. Settles down on the far boards. Bismarck High gets organized on the power play. Wood has it on the near side. Ethan Wood is shot blocked away. Schaefer couldn't get a stick on it. Vig has it, and it's out to center ice. Bismarck High tries to wrap it back in. Sebastian off to Bitts. Century. Max Vig's going to send it down the ice. Brubachen in deep, looking for a shorty for Century. Oh, losing the puck, and right back to Brubachen. Chance developing here for Century. Ethan Wood pins Brubachen against the boards, and Bismarck High onto the stick of Schaefer. Too far for Lentz. And this has been an uninspiring power play as it's been killed off now, and we're back at even strength. And we'll have a face-off as Century was offside. Well, that's kind of a microism of the entire game right there, that power play for the Demons.
Yeah, pretty sloppy. You know, they have numbers and then, you know, lose the puck and really just textbook PK by Century. I mean, they have the poise to bump it back and take more time off and make sure the puck gets down 200 feet.
Yeah, a lot of tape-to-tape passes there, just crisp on the PK for Century, and they just kind of played keep away for about half of that. Draw tangled up. Haas comes out of there with her for the Demons. Feathers it in. Down to the end boards. Haas, tip shot. Rebound, Lentz. Haas has it back on the stick. Wolf joins the battle. Century out of the zone. Bismarck High has to tag up, and instead the Demons will retreat as it's bumped in there by Century's Bryson Hansen. Braden Wolf puts it on the stick of Dawson Lentz. Lentz, wrister, blocked by Max Vig. Vig back for Century. Century with a odd man rush, doesn't matter for Max Vig as he fires, saved by Erickson. Harmlessly out to center we go. 3:30 to play in the contest. Century again on top. 5-1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. As Wood has it. Looking for Getz, and Gavin Getz on the chase. Swings it out front. Knocked out of there by Brubachen of Century. Kept in by Wood. Wood puts a shot on goal. Blocked nicely there by Brubachen. Ritter gives it to Kipe. Century escapes the zone. And they'll pop it ahead. TJ Olson looking for it. Wolf's going to get there first. Check that. Wood's going to get there first for Bismarck High. Century has it. Kipe back down deep. Ritter poked off his stick. Bismarck High has Reese Nagel back there. Gets it up the boards. To Getz. Demons on a change. Nagel the lone man in there. Check that. Bitts the lone man in there for Bismarck High. Got bodied up. Trying to throw a hand pass out in front of the net. And out of the zone it comes. Fired right back in by Hervella. 2:20 to play in the contest. Century looks like they're going to even their record at 5-5. Now you got a chance Hansen leaves it for Charlie Vig. Vig shoots. And closing the door there was Carson Erickson. I thought that was Hansen. I beg your pardon. That was Ronas who got it ahead to Charlie Vig. I'm curious to see what the final shots are in this one. Is Century had a 25-9 advantage starting the third period. And I think that tally has grown here in the final stanza. Regal has a stick on it. Bodied off it there by Hamlin. Gabe Dawson in the action for Century along with Owen Haas for the Demons. Haas comes out of there with it. He's upended by Regal. Braden Wolf off the boards. Popped up on the sidewall. Bismarck High, that's where you can get too many men on the ice. Somebody gets touched by that puck right in front of your own bench. Century, fans on it, now they dump it in. They got a tag up. And almost a takeaway here as Dawson has it. Hamlin will collect for Bismarck High. Tries to get a pass up ahead to Haas. Ooh, almost had a breakaway there, did Owen Haas, but instead it hopped over his stick. And it'll turn into an icing tonight, brought to you by Hub International Insurance. Hub is the leading North American insurance brokerage. You can contact them today for all your personal and business insurance needs. .80 seconds to play. Century's going to improve their record to 5-5 in the season. Bismarck High will fall to 2-10. This will be the 8th consecutive defeat for Bismarck High, as they had a 2-2 record at one point in time. Things have gone south here in the later stages of December and now early January for the homestanding Demons tonight. Freeling Bitts with a nice puck battle won there for Bismarck High. Throws it in front. Point blank shot. Goal! Bismarck High's Mason Marachek just tallied his 3rd goal of the season. Best part of that play was Bo Bitts.
Yep.
The puck battle won for the Demons turns into a goal. 5-2. Century on top with 51 seconds to play. Get the official announcement here. It's going to be Marachek has the goal. Bo Bitts has the assist. 16:09 the official time. 51 seconds left. Now down to 29 seconds and out of the zone. Century has it on the stick of Gabe Dawson. Dawson into the Patriots or the Demon zone, and Century's offside. Hey, if you're into, I'll say, positive vibes, Bismarck High has outscored Century here 2-1 in the third.
Yeah, I mean, again, I go back to the start. I mean, it's the small things. You got to start somewhere, especially when things aren't going your way.
Bryson Hansen dumps it in for Century. Back to collect there was Hamlin. Now Jangula just killing the final seconds, and this one has gone into the books. Patriots with an impressive 5-2 victory tonight as they win the crosstown rivalry game against the Bismarck Demons. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. Final score, BNC Bank scoreboard from the VFW tonight. Century 5, Bismarck 2. Postgame comes up next after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
It's time for the Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Now for a look at game stats and analysis. Let's go to the postgame show.
All right, back at the VFW tonight, your final score, 5-2. Century improves their record to 5-5 on the season. Bismarck High will fall to 2-10. Century now 4-2 in conference play. The Demons 2-6. We're back in our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. We kind of figured coming into this one, Lane, that Century has an advantage, but in these crosstown rivalry games, you kind of throw some of that out the window. But an impressive game tonight for the Patriots. They controlled most of the action tonight as they win this one 5-2.
Yeah, and I mean, I really go back to the second goal against. I mean, it's one of those that's extremely hard to recover from, and I just don't think, ever since that goal, I mean, again, 1-0 after one, you got a power play coming out to start the second. You take advantage of it. It's a 1-1 game, and who knows, but, it's how you fight that adversity, and to me, ever since that, they gave up that second goal, which is, it's a tough mistake, but, in these big games, or really any game, it can't happen, and Bismarck High was pretty much reeling after that.
A couple things we need to do here in our postgame. First off, let's bring you our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Late in the second period, Century got their third goal of the contest, make it the fourth goal of the contest, and it was a pretty one. We mentioned it right away. This is a leading candidate for your move of the game. Hayden Ritter did the honors, but it was the feed, I think, from Andrew Brubach, and that really made the play, and that was a nice goal for Century.
Yeah, I mean, just really all around. I mean, Max Vig moves it, catches, Bismarck high, kind of sleeping, and then just really nice, 2-on-1 with a great finish. He drives the net hard. It's a great pass right on his tape, and pretty textbook all the way around. Move the puck, let the puck do the work, and just probably how you want to draw it up. But again, just on an all-around nice play, nice finish.
Vig started it, Brubachen put it on the tape, and Ritter finished it. That's your move of the game tonight. Jobbers Moving and Storage with locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Quick look at our upcoming PSP Network schedule. You got the Scotty K Show on Wednesday night, Ice Time with Nick Hulberg. New Jordan Wilhelm podcast just came out yesterday, I believe. I had a word with head coach of the Minot Magicians boys basketball team. That's Jordan Wilhelm. Thursday night, you got girls basketball in the air, our Redeemers and Bishop Ryan. Friday, you got a basketball doubleheader. St. Mary's hosts Turtle Mountain, a girls and boys doubleheader. Basketball Friday night, Williston at Minot. And then Saturday, Twin Billow basketball again. St. Mary's will be at Mandan. And you get girls basketball, the Devils Lake Firebirds in Minot to take on the Majets. There's your upcoming schedule, and you can always follow and like us on our social media channels of Facebook and Twitter to find all the upcoming action on the PSP Network. All right, Lane, last thing we have to do here is bring you our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Got a lot of guys with tallies tonight. We could have had a shutout if I wouldn't have jinxed it for Hoyt Jubel. But nonetheless, I think we got to go with Hayden Ritter tonight as he tallies a couple times tonight. His third and fourth goals of the season. He's a double scorer for the Demons, or for the Patriots tonight, the junior Hayden Ritter.
Yeah, I mean, it's really my takeaway is two guys. I think I think Max Vig was really good on the back end. But coming into this, I knew obviously, Charlie up front and Ronas up front, but I really thought, 12 was, I thought Ritter was maybe their best player all night long. He was around it, made plays, and obviously he finished too. And you kind of look at their scoring, and I look at it, and he obviously pointed tonight, but their scoring is really spread out as you look at their line chart. I mean, not one guy is really, set far above. But again, I think he's a guy that I don't know if he's evolving into what he is right now. But he's a kid that played really well tonight, and I thought he was their best forward up front for sure.
Yeah, Ritter gets a couple goals. You got Brubachen with a goal and a couple assists. Max Vig has a couple assists, and so yeah, you get a lot of tallies tonight for the Century Patriots as they level their record at 5-5. Bismarck falls to 2-10. Next action for the Patriots will be at Hazen on Thursday night. That's January 12th. Next action for the Demons also on Thursday night upcoming here, as they will be at Williston to take on the Coyotes. That's your MVP of the game tonight. That's the junior Hayden Ritter for the Century Patriots. Sport Clips will make you feel like an MVP. Tonight, Sport Clips MVP, the junior Hayden Ritter for the Century Patriots. All right, that was fun, buddy. One more time, we get to do it, and it's always entertaining. The Demon-Patriot matchup tonight is... That'll put a wrap on our broadcast. Hey, big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC Bank, for bringing you our scoreboard. Pre-game brought to you by Shields. Our power play sponsor tonight was Serve Pro. Intermission's brought to you by Premier Chiropractic. Our post-game planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads, brings you that. And within the post-game, you get your Sport Clips MVP of the contest and your Jobbers move of the game. Great job by our executive producer tonight. That's Nick Hulberg back in Minot. John Haugen was our camera operator tonight for my partner, Lane Sedevy. Todd Domery is repeating your final score. It's the Century Patriots on top of the Bismarck Demons in this crosstown rivalry game. 5-2 is your final. Patriots win it. Thanks for joining us, fans, and so long from the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.